What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I know from that Bargoyles podcast.
Yeah. I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles? Man, what's a brother got to do to get a drink around here?
What's up, everybody? This is Bargoyles episode 157. Guys, we are not in my mom's basement. We are still on the road. We're still on the road. It's been like 3 months, Nick. We're on the road again. What's going on, baby? How you doing?
We are technically on the road.
Yeah.
No, we are on the road.
Technically, we're on the road.
We are in Front Royal, Virginia. We are in the mountain towns in the Shenandoah area. We are at the Catamount Lounge. And Isaac, you want to tell us who we're with today?
We are with the lovely, amazing, the lighthouses of great people that I've got to passion, the luckiness to get to meet recently, and was too afraid to even ask them to be on the show because the first time I brought it up, they were busy, and I was like, oh, they don't want to be on the show. They're so busy. There's a busy behind bar, and then like 3 months go by, and they're like, when are you going to ask us to be on the show, Isaac, you motherfucker? And I was like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry. And so here we are with some of my favorite people, soon to be your favorite people, too. We got here Shenan and Julieta. What's up, guys? Hey, how we doing?
What's up? Hey.
How are you guys doing? How's everything?
Yeah, doing great.
Yeah, we are very excited. We're very excited to have you guys on the show. We're very excited you let us come here and do it in the Catamount. I love this. I love your guys' spot. I didn't realize. I thought Helltown happened here every Tuesday because we had the one we did was in the back room, and then I think I came last week to do the podcast, and I was at the front door like, "There's nobody here. What's going on?" And did not realize that. You guys have made such a beautiful space that like you use really as kind of beacons and lighthouses towards the local art scene. How did that happen? What's going on here?
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we actually didn't start out. So we opened coming up on 2 years ago now, and we didn't start out to be a live entertainment venue. We, as one does when they open a bar or a restaurant, the idea kind of evolved with us as we figured out what niche we needed to fill in the community. We started out like kind of trying to be more of a fine dining place, and we realized like that's not really what.
So you guys want to be fine dining, and you hired Chris? What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, I mean like somewhere between casual and fine dining, like fine dining quality, but like. You know, we were kind of like doing this hybrid thing where we had like a order at the bar model, but we would still like bring the drinks and the food to your table. We're trying to do more upscale kind of food. Obviously, I mean, the cocktail program is the one thing that's remained constant throughout the whole thing. But so, we started
for the regulars at home. What do you mean by cocktail program?
So, I mean, that's the initial focus of this bar, what we developed it around was the cocktail program. So we have a cocktail list of, I mean, if you include all the specials we've done, which are still mostly available, like 100-something cocktails. It started out with like probably 60-something cocktails. But it's a mix of originals and classics, stuff that we've developed as a staff or I've developed, in my bartending career. And then, our own versions of the classic cocktails. And so that's kind of remained the constant North Star of this bar is the focus on cocktails. But the live music program has evolved to be like just, I would say, just as important as the cocktail. And not just live music, live entertainment. It started out, we had like, we were like, oh, it'd be fun to have like some music in here once in a while. And we did like a show or two, and people really responded to it and asked when we were having more. And it just like kind of evolved into that's, what we're known for as much as the food and drinks now. We have live music twice a week usually. We have a comedy show once a month.
Unheard of. It's for like just you mentioned it so casually. Yeah, just twice a week. I'm like,
twice
that's
a week
crazy.
We have live music.
That's crazy.
We have a comedy show once a month. We have open mic night every Monday.
And the musicians who come through are wildly talented.
Yeah,
it's shout out Woody. Yo, holy crap, that banjo player is good.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite like it is. It's amazing that all of these musicians want to come here every Monday and play for 15 minutes for free when they, many of them are charging for shows elsewhere. But it's really like the community that's developed around this place, and especially around our open mic night, is really incredible. And it's something that people come out for. It's such a tight-knit community.
One thing I wanted to comment on with the cocktail program, I wasn't sure, one of you guys, I believe, commented when we were in New Orleans, we added it to our questionnaire, how many cocktails do you have in your head? Was it, Julieta, was that your comment? Somebody commented we were like, what questions do you want us to ask? We were just to tell all the greatest bartenders in the world, how many cocktails do you have in your head? Now I want to know, now realizing how big and wild your guys' cocktail program is, like, Julieta, how many cocktails would you say you have in your head at any given time?
If I could guess off the top of my head without really thinking about it, I have at least 30 cocktail recipes just in my head for free first use file.
And how many typically would you say, like, you're actively working on trying to better, like, you know what, let me put a touch of this and a touch of that? Yeah.
Projects? Okay. Usually about me, I'd say maybe for me and Shenan, we usually at a time, if I could guess, have about 3 working concepts always. Because we're always trying to pump out that specials menu, always trying to get new stuff out there.
What's the specials menu? What's this?
Yeah, so we have like a rotating specials menu. It's not like on a schedule, like, every 3 months we change it, but it's like whenever someone's working on an idea and we decide like the cocktail is at a finished point, we'll put it on the menu. When something's been on for a couple months and maybe like sales have slowed down a little bit, we'll take it off. Or if it's like a really seasonal thing, like a fall or winter thing, and the weather's getting warmer, we'll rotate it off. And then occasionally, like, a few times a year, we'll sit down and be like, what are the ones that like have stayed on the specials menu for 6 months because we just can't take it off because people keep ordering it.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Oh, no, it's moving to it, yes.
We can't take it off because
then you
people
have to
want
slide it. Okay.
Then we put it on the permanent menu. We're like,
Gotcha.
this one we just can't bear to take off the specials menu, but it's been on there so long it might as well go on the regular menu.
And it
That's
gives
when
us
you're like,
a
congratulations,
chance.
you made it. You graduated
Yep.
to the program.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it gives us a chance to really like experiment different flavors with our audience and kind of see what people might like. Like one time I made a cocktail because Shenan gives me a lot of creative freedom and she trusts me to just put whatever. Well, not whatever. She trusts me to put varying things out.
Sounds
there.
like she messed that up one time. It's a great drink. Plus, we tried it on. That was gasoline.
Legal. It has to be edible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has to taste good, but I never worry about that part. Like sometimes we'll workshop stuff together because like sometimes like you just need an outside taste bud and like you have a cool concept, and me too. Like I appreciate other people tasting my drinks because you'll have like a concept in your head and you're like, but it's just like not quite pushing past the line of being incredible. Like it's okay, or it's missing something, and then sometimes someone will take a sip and they're like, have you tried putting that in it? And you're like, oh my god, I never would have thought of that, Yeah.
So how many times do you get that 3 a.m. text? Vermouth. What do we need? We need to add that.
We're here at 3 a.m. We don't need to text each other.
Yes, you guys are. What a spot.
We have this one that I didn't think would sell, but it ended up on the permanent menu that Shenan let me put out there. And it was The Death of Marat, based off this painting. And that one's a little bit odd because you have the Belvedere vodka, but then you have Kalamata olive juice, which is the purple olives.
Okay.
And then you have Aztec chocolate bitters on top. Or, something weird like that, which I think would be really good with these Mexican chocolate bitters, too, that I was noticing earlier. But, yeah, just weird stuff like that, and people end up liking it.
That's kind of the best, though, when it's, like, 3 things you wouldn't think would go together. It's like Kalamata olives, chocolate, but it works.
Chocolate. I mean, it's that sweet and salt. It's that what we talked about the other week. The 5 flavors you can taste on the tongue. It's salt, sweet, sour,
umami.
Umami, yes. I always forget umami. That's that one.
So how do you? Is it you two that determine what's going on the menu, or do you bring in like another 3 or 4 taste buds in?
There's only 3 of us who work behind the bar, so Chris is the missing element, and like it's. I mean, I guess I have the final say because I make the menus.
That's also a cocktail of the final say.
Oh yeah, we do have a cocktail called the final say.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess like in a sense I have the final say because I make the menus. But like I don't know if I've ever rejected anything that you guys came up with. Like we've worked on it together, but I don't think I've ever been like, no, this sucks. It's not going on the menu.
If it's going to reject, the customers are going to reject.
Right.
So.
And if it's actually, I mean, there have been ones that we've self-rejected. Like you'll make something and then you're just like, No, like when it's not working.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. This is not. Let's start over.
So I know this is the owner operator, Shannon. Julieta, how did you wind up coming and finding your way into this space as well?
It was so funny, and I got so lucky that I found Shenan here trying to begin her business and operate her dream of the Catamount, because I was a bartender in Texas, and I was doing mixology bartending, real fancy in Corpus Christi. It's like an up-and-coming city.
Oh, of course, up-and-coming city. Okay. Corpus.
See my new bridge? It's up-and-coming.
Okay, all right.
They put a target there.
Yeah, right? So I was in Texas, and I wanted to get out of Texas because I couldn't stand the heat. So I was trying to work on this cruise line, but the stock for the cruise line dropped, and there was a lot of people trying to do the same thing. So a good friend of mine in Virginia was like, just come wait in Virginia and like hang around in our hometown. And so I'm like, sure, whatever. So I'm hanging out in Virginia, walking past my good old nostalgic Main Street, and then all of a sudden I see the Catamount logo with a coming soon, and then I see a sign that says hiring bartenders, cooks, dishwashers, and I'm like, man, it's such a shame that I'm not going to stay in Virginia. Like, this sounds pretty cool. And then my cruise line job doesn't call me back for like a couple more weeks. At this point, it's like 2 more weeks. I'm like, I'm getting kind of, antsy. And so I pass, walking down Main Street again, I pass the soon to be what will be the Catamount. And there's a sign again, now wanted, bartenders, cooks, and dishwashers. But dishwashers and cooks was crossed out.
Oh,
Just
okay.
bartenders. So that's when I figured.
That was your sign?
It was
a little sign, but that was your sign?
That was my sign, and it ended up that we were exactly what the other was looking for, because Shenan was looking for someone who was into like the craft cocktail aspects, like mixology, something a little bit more than like sweet and sour mix, which we all love, and I will drink. But she wanted
you don't gotta lie. We don't love sweet and sour mix, okay?
Tolerate.
We will tolerate sweet and sour. But here Shannon's like the lime juice and the real, like the real 5 yards.
Fresh
like,
citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. After Julieta's interview, me and my partner, who's also named Chris, who runs the kitchen, but not to be confused with the Chris who works up here with us.
Who's also not her partner.
Right. My partner in bartending, but
in crime.
And crime sometimes. So Julieta walked out the door, and Chris and I looked at each other. We're like, "Well, she's hired." And then Chris is like, "Wait 24 hours to send her an email."
Don't seem
she's
desperate.
Hired. I know exactly. And so I waited 24 hours, and I was like, "Congratulations!"
Very cool, very cool. And how did you come into this spot, this area?
Oh my gosh! So I've been in my head
Elevator
thinking
pitch,
about
remember.
how to tell this story, and every point I started it, I'm like, "Well, you need to know this to know how I got there." So very short elevator pitch. I came into bartending kind of later in life. I started bartending when I was in my late 20s, which was 10 years ago, because I'm 38 now.
She's lying.
Not lying. Just turned 38. So
Happy belated. Also, it was Nick's birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, thank you.
It's 3 years in a row. I didn't say happy birthday to him on his birthday. I just found out. I'm really bad at this. Sorry. Yeah.
But I was living in Portland, Oregon at the time. So I'm from Virginia / the DC area, but elevator pitch. So the first 6 years of my professional career, I worked for the Department of Defense doing cognitive research, which is a job I fell ass backwards into. And then I went through a divorce.
Sounds very cognitive. Ass first.
I realized the research world wasn't for me. And I had a friend in Oregon who was like, if you want to just start over from scratch, you can come live with me in Oregon. And I was like, done. So I moved across the country, having never been to Oregon. And I ended up in Portland. I did a whole bunch of different stuff. I was not a person who figured out myself or my goals early. I worked in a glass blowing shop. I worked at a dispensary. I worked for a marketing agency. I did all this stuff.
Did it all.
But then one day, my partner, Chris, who I met out there, who's also from Virginia, but we met on the West Coast. He lived in California. I lived in Portland. He moved up to Portland. So we're both living in Portland now. He is cooking because that's what he does. He's been a cook and chef for the last, since he was 15, and he's, so almost 30 years. And he was
That
cooking
means 45 if you're not good at math.
he's 42, so that's why I said
you're
almost.
not good at
40
math.
years.
Okay,
I said
gotcha.
almost. So he was cooking at this bar, and it was kind of like a beloved dive bar in our neighborhood in Portland. Nothing fancy, but I really wanted. I felt drawn to the service industry, and I felt like it was something I could do. And I've always had an interest in cocktails. So obviously this place didn't have like a craft cocktail program, but I was like, I could work at this place totally. So I was just hanging out there while he was working one night, and the bartender didn't show up, and Chris was just like, my girlfriend can do
favorite bartender
it.
stories.
I know.
Those are the best origin stories. I always hear that one. Like,
So,
they didn't show up,
I
and they're like,
didn't-
"You've been here enough." Yeah.
I didn't have my OLCC, which is kind of like the Virginia ABC, like Actually, we don't have to be certified.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
bartend.
what is this?
Back here
Yeah,
if
no,
you're
but
old
so
enough.
OLCC is the Oregon version of ABC, basically, but you have to be OLCC certified to bartend.
bartend? Oh,
So I
wow.
didn't have my certification or anything, but Chris was just like, my girlfriend can
We
do
got
it.
her. She admitted it. Bring the agents
Whoops,
in. The
for
Oregon
like-
agents are
for
here.
like that first 2 shifts. Okay, I didn't have my OLCC, and this was like 10 years ago. So I just hopped behind the bar, and Chris just said I had experience, and I didn't, but I faked my way through it. And then the next Saturday, I was hanging around there again, and the bartender missed their shift, and then I did it again, and the owner was like, "Do you just want the Saturday shift?" And I was like, "Yes, done." So that's how I started
just
bartending.
got gifted the good shift too. Just the Saturday. Just walk. Oh God.
Yes. But then, like, okay, so, like, to make this long story a little bit shorter, I ended up, that place ended up closing down.
Well, yeah, they hire anybody.
Yeah, right. I ended up going to Alaska for the summer on like a couple days' notice to work in a remote fishing lodge.
Nice.
And I did bartending and housekeeping there. And I learned a little bit more about craft cocktails there because it was a really super fancy fishing lodge for like, it's a $2,000 a night fishing lodge. And
Shit, okay, yeah,
So like
I was-
we had the CEO
sitting here
of
just like-
Pepsi stay there.
Yeah.
We had like all of these like very people with a lot of money. And
Shout out Mr. Pepsi.
yeah. So anyway, I learned a little bit more about craft cocktails there because it was like a lodge for people who wanted a wilderness fishing experience, but wanted to come back to fine dining and massages and craft cocktails afterwards. So I actually ended up doing that for
sounds amazing.
2 summers.
Yeah.
And then in between those 2 summers, I got a job at a very well-respected cocktail bar in Portland called the Secret Society, which unfortunately no longer exists, but it was around for like 15 years.
It actually does. You just don't know about it, guys.
Yeah, right.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
10 15 years it was around, and it was kind of one of the first cocktail bars in Portland that led the like resurgence of interest in cocktails in like the early 2000s.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it was
So
like,
it wasn't just vodka Red Bulls they were
no,
doing.
it was
okay.
it was very
Yeah.
much like truly. I learned so much from there and drew so much inspiration opening the Catamount from this place because it really I cut my teeth in the cocktail world working at the Secret Society, which was also a live music venue because so it had like a cocktail lounge on one side, a ballroom like live music venue on the other side. So it was cool. I worked both sides, the live music side and the cocktail side, and then my partner Chris and I eventually opened a food truck because it had always been a dream of ours
Because
to
you just were
open a
collecting
business.
Thanos thorns of careers.
Yeah. So we opened a breakfast food truck called the Pancake Underground. I'm gonna make this short, I
The
promise.
Pancake Underground is such a great name. I love that. I
Yep,
love
it
that.
was a
Yeah.
rock and roll pancake themed food truck. All the dishes were named. There were like pancake puns on musicians or bands.
Okay.
We did that for 2 years in Portland, and then and I still bartended that whole time. So I was working 7 days a week.
Jesus.
And we were open 7 days a week. And we eventually, for a lot of reasons, we decided to move home to Virginia. One was to be closer to family. 2 was Portland, like many cities, is getting more and more expensive every year. Our landlords, because of that, decided to sell the house we were living in, and that just kind of like made the decision for us. They were like, so Portland has great tenant protection laws, and they legally had to give us 90 days to like get out of the house. But they're like, but if you can be out in 30 days, we'll give you the money you would have paid in rent in those months. And I was like,
wow.
boom, that
Cha-ching.
will pay
That's
for our
moving,
move across the country. So we
Nice.
moved back to Virginia. Okay, God, long story short, promise. We opened back up the food truck in Virginia. We eventually it got
The
so big we moved
Pancake
into
Underground?
Yep.
Okay,
We moved
yeah.
into a brick and mortar restaurant. We did the food truck for like a year or 2 years, brick and mortar restaurant for 2 years. We decided to close that for a variety of reasons. We learned a lot of lessons business wise, financially, logistics wise. It was the first brick and mortar restaurant either of us had ever run with employees. Like the food truck was just me and my partner by ourselves.
You could just fuck up. It was just you guys. Now you're like, I'm in charge of someone's livelihood. Okay.
So like we realized that it became a thing that was like way too big. It required way too much overhead to run. We were just spinning our wheels financially. And so we eventually decided the Pancake Underground chapter was closed, but because we're
it's buried.
Crazy or masochists or something. We were like, but let's start another business instead of going back to work for someone else. So we were like, if we were going to start this business over, and it was, everything that we're passionate about, because like we kind of fell into the Pancake Underground because it's like, oh, it became so popular, but I was like, but is it really what we're passionate about? Like cocktails are my passion. I mean, Chris is passionate about cooking, but he's not passionate about getting up at 3 a.m. to go make biscuits. Breakfast is hard, brunch sucks. We were like, if it was a business that included all of our passions, which I don't know why we didn't put music into that in the very beginning planning, because we're both musicians.
Do you guys have music in the truck? You guys were just raw dogging, flipping pancakes?
Oh, no. I mean, like, when we were conceiving of the Catamount Lounge, live music wasn't a part of it.
Yes.
So, but it became a part of it. And we were like, and taking all the lessons we learned business-wise, financially, like, how would we make a business that runs great, that requires less staff, that requires less overhead, that brings us back to our passions? And we designed the Catamount Lounge. I've said Pancake Underground.
You set it up so
I know.
And it was the wrong spot. Jesus.
That was the Catamount Lounge.
Yes.
And here we are. And then we hired Chris and Julieta, and we had the live music evolution thing, which is allowed Chris and I to pursue that or integrate that passion of ours into the business. Here we are. Long story long.
Nick, what's the tallest building in the world right now? Was it the Burj?
It's the
Burj.
Yeah. The one in Dubai, right?
The one. Okay, I'm just trying to think of like what the longest elevator ride ever would be, because that elevator pitch was a long.
What do you call the Burj?
It was even longer to live it.
No, I mean,
I left out a lot of details.
God bless the road. I'm so happy you went through all that, to be here, because I've been honored to get to know you guys individually and as a team and as this restaurant. Because what the shit, I sing your guys' praises all the time. We did shout them out in the New Orleans episode. Yep. I think at like 2 a.m. I think I found you on Instagram on my Bargoyles page, and I like added you because I went to send you a message, but I couldn't. And I was like, you should be in Tales of the Cocktail. Why are you not
on my music page?
The music page, that's what it was.
Yeah. Which I have I have a personal Instagram, and then a music Instagram, and then like the Catamount Lounge Instagram.
Oh, please shout out your socials so people can follow you.
Oh, yeah. Well,
both of you. Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna not shout out my personal Instagram because I try to keep that
totally
tight.
Fine.
But my music Instagram is Shenan Hahn Music, Shenan HAHN Music, all one word. You can find me on Facebook also, Shenan Hahn Music, and then the Catamount Lounge is the Catamount Lounge on both Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
I just lump it all in one because, it's the internet, but I'm at Hatanomic. I made that word up. Hatanomic.
Hatanomic.
Yes.
So what's the inspiration for that word? You just sounded it, because it doesn't roll off the tongue.
So really like hats?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Something like that. Okay. I made it when I was I got on Instagram when I was 12. I'm 27 now, so I'm an OG. So at the time, I thought it, at the risk of sounding a little cheesy, I thought it kind of sounded like a little cool, like Mecca, like Neon Genesis Evangelion style, like Hatanomic, like a little, something with a little
polyphonic, Hatanomic.
It's amazing that you were on Instagram when you were 12, because I was on AIM and LiveJournal when I was 12. No, that was like when I was 15. Why am I even saying 12? I wasn't on anything when I was 12.
The internet.
I know. I was like, oh man, we got the internet at home when I was 12. Yes, we got AOL.
The dial-up. Files
yes.
gone.
Remember the CDs that had like enough, this has 10 hours of internet on it? You're like, yes.
Yes, and you get them free from the grocery store.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like as like a reward, it's like I feel like Safeway would give them to you after it's like, oh, you got so many points, you got a
internet.
free AOL internet for like 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That is ridiculous. That is terrifying to think about. But now we're on the internet now, just watching, learning, having a good fucking time, learning new recipes. Because here's the thing: is the recipe game here. Your guys' program is absolutely wild. And Nick and I, we talk about a game that we do a lot on the show. We pitch it to people, and we did talk about it in New Orleans. This is one of the only bars where like I've been able to do the game pretty consistently where I'm like, hey, it's not that busy. Do you want to play a fun game? Like most bartenders are like, I don't no. Here's your White Claw. Move, Isaac. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Nick, what game is this we're talking about?
So we're going to play a game called the Area Code game. And this game is actually, for this episode, sponsored by Remedy Cocktail Co. Remedy Cocktails is a bitters company in North Carolina.
Shout out Greensboro.
They are in Holly Springs.
Yes.
Right outside of
That's
Greensboro.
the town
Right outside of Greensboro. I feel like they would kill us if we.
Well, that's where they live, but online it says Greensboro. I don't know if we're giving out their personal address is 8437
555 Main
Yes,
Street.
Yes.
We know the gentleman Rob Nestor is one of the owners of the company. We interviewed them down in New Orleans. Great company. We bought quite a few bitters from them. We brought 5 bitters from them today that we're going to try on our area code game.
And how does the area code game work?
So what we're going to do is that the ladies here are going to choose 3 numbers between 1 and 9. The last number will be through 1 and 5 because we bought 5 bitters. So what you would do, the first number will be the spirit, which I have a list here, which we go from bourbon, rum, vodka.
Everything you see back here.
Any kind of spirit you have back here.
They don't know the assigned numbers, which makes it fun.
Nope, they don't know the assigned numbers.
And
I didn't do in the order that I put them out here, so they couldn't cheat. And then number 2, the second number is going to be your cordials. Whether that's your Amaros, your St. Germains, your things like that. And then the third number will be a number between 1 and 5, which would be our fun little bitters we have here.
Yes.
And they're going to take those 3 items, create a cocktail. They have to use those 3 items, but they can add any of the other fun things.
Anything else you want to add,
any
make
juices,
a cocktail.
any other spirits, but you have to highlight the 3 that we are giving you.
Okay.
Extra points for a fun name. We're not going to hold it against you if you don't have a fun name for it, but let's just introduce the bitters here as sponsored by Remedy Cocktail. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ariana. We have the, Figs and Poppies. We have the Short Stack, the Pink Peppercorn. We have the Mexican Chocolate. Was it Mexican Dark Chocolate? Just Mexican Chocolate bitters. And then also the last one, Pink Peppercorn. Oh, the Key Lime Sea Salt. Yes. That one, apparently they say, is their best, one of their more popular ones. Check them out, Remedy Cocktail Co. Get some of their stuff. Official branded sponsor segment. Rock, paper, scissors. Who goes first? Shoot.
I have one question before we start. Do we get one try only, or if we are building it, we taste it, we're like, this isn't working? Can we
if it's not working, dump and go.
Cool,
Dump and go.
You can go until it's up here.
Okay, sweet.
You got to present your final product. The other will move out of the way, give you the space, and then we'll just vamp and talk whatever. Shoot for who goes first.
Okay, sweet. Does the loser go first or the winner?
Winner chooses.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm glad that was only a 2-round rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you do best of 3? You're a best of 3 guy?
I'm just saying it could have literally been them choosing the same one 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. Grew up Japan. One of my favorite things they would do. John, Jack, and Po. And when you tie, you go Aikorosho, Aikorosho, and you keep saying Aikorosho until you don't tie. And I've seen people they organize it. They tie 20 times in a row. So it's John, Jack, and Po. Aikorosho, 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 Aikorosho. Hey, that's so fun. Oh my god! But we're about to have more fun right now. Juliet and I are moving out of the way. You get to pick. Well, let's pick your 3 numbers first, so we can talk about it. Yeah. So 3 numbers, 1 through 9 for the first 2. The last one, 1 through 5.
So I'll pick a number for. All right. So I pick 7 for my first one.
Okay.
I pick 4 for my second one.
Okay.
7, 4.
And then 1 through 5, I choose 5.
Okay.
All right. So we have 7, 4, and 5.
7, 4, 5. That's
we
the area
have Scotch,
Ooh, yes.
Amaro Nonino,
Okay.
and Pink Peppercorn.
Hell yeah, that sounds great already.
We'll put here.
Okay.
I'm going to slide out of the way.
All right.
Juliet and I are here on this mic now. Nick, what's up, man? How you doing?
Let's let her good.
Work.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Okay, so what do you got here? Look at that pour. Is it covered on Yeah, it's covered.
Beauty.
Wow.
Okay, so Nick, run us again. What bottles what were her categories?
Her categories were Scotch, Amaro Nonino and the
Pink peppercorn.
I wanted to say,
And I actually want to add a little dash of this on top.
Ooh, there we go. Shout out Remedy Cocktails. Thank you, Rob, Ariana, Nestor family. Love you guys. We'll see you in Greensboro or Holly Springs.
Let me just, now that it's got the final thing on top and the garnish. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay.
So here's what I did. Scotch. I picked my favorite scotch, which is Talisker. But Talisker's pretty expensive, so I decided to do a split base.
Okay.
So that it's a little more, if someone was to put this on a menu, maybe a little more affordable. So I was torn between a split base of two things. My first thoughts were this Short Hill peach brandy from Catoctin Creek, which is a local spirit.
Shout out Virginia.
Yeah, and then the other was Ransom Old Tom Gin. So I poured a little bit of Talisker in 2 shot glasses, and then I poured a little peach brandy in one and a little Ransom Old Tom in the other.
Okay.
And I tasted each, like just how they work together, because I was like, I know I want a split base. I want to see how that works. And so
Split base sounds like my ex-boyfriend.
and I like the Ransom Old Tom and the Talisker play together better. And then I was like, but let's see. I know I have to use Nonino, so I added a little splash of Nonino to each. And then the one with the peach brandy got further from good, and the one with the Old Tom got more good. So I was like, all right, we're going with Old Tom. That cinches it. So that was my split base is an ounce of Talisker, an ounce of Ransom Old Tom. And then I started with just a 1/4 ounce of Nonino just to see how it would play. Because I knew I wanted, with Talisker, I wanted a spirit-forward drink. I didn't want a lot muddling the taste of the scotch. I wanted the other ingredients to elevate the scotch.
For our regulars at home, because I obviously know what Nonino is. Could you tell for our regulars at home, for our dumb ones?
It's
Because
an
I know.
Italian Amaro, and Amaros are typically aperitifs or digestifs. They're usually herbal, like they have herbal, like botanical profiles. They range from bitter to sweet, and I would say Nonino is on the sweeter end.
Okay.
So I didn't want it to overly mask the Talisker with sweetness. So I started with just a 1/4 ounce, and then I thought with the peppercorn, we have this sweet white vermouth. It's a locally-ish produced vermouth. It's from Maryland, from Casa Carmen Wines, and it's called The Sun Also Rises, and it is a sweet, a sweet white vermouth that has notes of saffron, cardamom, chamomile. So it's got all of these bright kind of spices in it. So I thought that would play well with the Nonino, with the Scotch and the Old Tom Gin. So I used a 1/4 ounce of that too, and I think a 1/4 ounce of each, totaling a 1/2 ounce of the sweet element was just perfect. And then knowing that the pink peppercorn was going to be the finishing ingredient, I thought a little touch of our house-made vanilla bean syrup would go good with that. Peppercorn and vanilla, that sounds really cool to me. So I ended up doing just a little dash of vanilla bean syrup. You don't want it too sweet. And then I finished with the peppercorn bitters. I stirred it over a big cube. I did a little orange twist, lemon twist, because I just thought the lemon would play well with the vermouth in particular. And then I put a little dehydrated lemon in there too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's have the pro try first.
Yes.
Please, Julieta.
Yeah.
Try your competition. It's not a competition, but
Yes, not a
But if it was.
But if
what
it
would you
was.
say?
Comes together like a symphony, Shenan.
Oh, thank you.
like a symphony.
It's like a symphony, Shen. Go ahead, Nick. You're up.
Would anybody like to try?
I will. I will try it with a straw.
The citrus is there. You can get the influences from the Scotch, but it's kind,
I would say that comes together like a 69.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
That's a good line. I have to
It's a
remember that.
word joke we're working on.
No, I like
not
it.
there yet.
I get it though.
Yeah. Come together. Yeah.
I know about 60.
I've heard of that.
I really you get the herbs. I mean herbs. What am I saying?
If you're in Britain, they say herbs, but in America, we generally say herbs. Yeah.
The herbs of the Nonino are very much there. I like the spices. It's very well balanced. The touch of vanilla is very sweet. I only taste it towards the end. It is like you said, it comes together like a symphony. I think it's extremely balanced and very spirit forward. this could, for me, I could see this already on a menu. Like, if
Yes,
you
for
were
sure.
at a restaurant, I'd be like, yeah, it's a very, very
Thanks,
amazing.
guys.
Yeah, definitely cocktail bar forward, hotel lounge forward.
Did you want to try some more? Sorry, I was just
Yeah,
gonna
actually, I only
please,
straw
yes.
tasted my own drink, so.
It's kind of like got a back end of smoke.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the Talisker,
And it's,
yeah.
when you do the the zest on it, you know, the swath, it's definitely a different experience straw tasting it versus taking a sip like from the glass because you get more of the oils. And I like it now that I've taken a sip from the glass. I confirmed it was a good decision.
Can confirm, very good.
I was a little nervous because I was like, "Ooh, they're gonna have a different experience tasting it than me because I only straw tasted it, and it's different drinking it from the glass when you do the twist." But yeah, no, that's good.
And how did you like with the addition with the pink peppercorn?
Oh, the pink
as far as
peppercorn like ties it all together. I think like especially I love the peppercorn and vanilla taste together. Like and with the smoke of the scotch, it's like the smoke, the pepper, the vanilla. Like it's
In
yeah,
the smell
it's lovely.
Too, the peppercorn.
Very highly recommend Remedy Cocktail. You can go to the link on bottom. Wholesaler discounts, guys. Check them out.
Yes.
Obviously, very great. Well, I got one of the sampler packs here. I didn't buy anything. They sent it to us because thank you guys. Official sponsor. We're now getting ready to set up for the next round here.
Yes.
Julieta, we got 3 numbers you got to pick. The first 2 numbers, 1 to 9. Second number, 1 to 5. So pick your 3.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pick 5, 2, and 1. That's my birthday.
5, 2, 1.
5, 2, 1.
Oh shit! Shout out Allie, my first girlfriend. That was
Preschool?
May 12th. May 12th.
Oh, Jesus.
That was her birthday. Why do I remember that? Yeah. Oh, 21. Oh, I thought you said 2, 1. Oh, 1, 2. Just kidding. I hate you, Allie.
Jeez.
No, she's
All right.
sweet. She's very sweet.
So 5, 1, 2, right? Is that what we're
Yes.
saying? All right.
5, 2, 1.
5, 2, 1.
Yeah. See.
All right.
That was
My
my
bad.
fault. That was my fault. That was me. That was me.
All right, perfect. So we have 5 is mezcal,
Yes. Yeah.
2 Campari,
Oh. Okay.
1 figs and poppies.
Oh, I'm so excited for the figs and poppies.
Second.
Yes.
Next one, next
yes.
one.
Okay. Here we go. The figs and poppies, Campari, and mezcal.
And like
All
before,
right.
you can take those 3 and you can create with any other ingredients that you have back there.
Okay.
3 main ingredients for this one was mezcal, Campari, and the
Figs.
fig and poppy bitters from Remedy Cocktails.
So I did go with just the general mezcal because the one thing about mezcals is they each have a different level of smokiness. So I like the kind of funk that the Monte Alban brings. So and with Campari, I couldn't help it. I'm really guilty of this. I call myself
She's an hombre lady.
yeah. I call
That's true.
myself the layer king.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So I went with the mezcal, so a little bit of lemon juice, pineapple juice, and some cucumber syrup.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it would be a good like garden mix for the fig and poppy to kind of like come through. And then naturally I let the Campari fall to the bottom just because it looks beautiful and it's something that you can get sweet at the top and then kind of bitter at the end.
Okay.
But I would probably tell usually like it's one of those drinks where you could mix it or you could just wait for the Campari at the end. It's up to you. I wouldn't have a name for it other than No, maybe
It's okay. I didn't have a name
It's
for
okay.
mine
You know,
either.
I was like, we're getting
This
okay.
was
It's fine.
part of it.
It's fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You weren't prepared.
I do. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
obviously,
It's beautiful.
when you layer,
Tell us about the garnishes.
Yeah, so it's just a nice. I wanted to make it a little bit fancier, just because she looks pretty. I wanted to give her a little bow, so I did the little orange swath, kind of a little bit of a ruffle, and then a little rosebud, just for fun, just because she's looking a little pretty.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, so everybody taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Nick. You go first. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to?
Ladies
No, we want you to try
please.
first. Yeah, just to keep consistent.
Here I go.
Remember, it's your competition, so if it sucks, let us know.
No, it's delightful. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I like the Man, I get all of that. It's like the citrusy, the sour, the sweet, the gardeny with the cucumber is really interesting, and then the fig on the back end. It's really nice.
And she goes in for more.
I would sip
There you
this.
go. Yeah.
I would sip this in a garden on a summer day.
Yeah.
Do you know what's good? She's not sharing.
Yeah, I wanted a second taste before I finish.
Summer breeze or
Some breeze.
Or garden party, if we're talking about another song.
yeah.
Are all of your drinks just inspired by music? Is this what we're realizing? I mean, I know it's a music
Somebody
venue as well.
pointed that out, that a lot of the like names of drinks on the menu are like a reference to music or a song, and I don't think we do that intentionally, but it comes out.
Love that. Nick,
That
what do you
is
got? Yeah.
so refreshing and just.
Yeah.
It's funny the way you said you could have that like in the garden.
Yeah.
I would love to have that sitting like in my backyard watching the dog play.
Yep.
Just sun setting but not too dark out yet.
Yes,
Like,
a summer dusk.
Summer
twilight.
A summer twilight, exactly. So beautiful. That is a beautifully put together drink. My
It is
goodness.
very good. You guys,
We tried this game at the right place.
I love so much here. I want to pass back to you
Yes.
here. I love so much playing this game with you guys specifically because I've played this game at countless bars, and I come from a dive bar nightclub background when it comes to bartending. So when we play this game, it's always like, all right, it's like a lemon drop. But I put prickly pear syrup in it. Now it's purple. You're like, that would you used Monin? You just, okay, gotcha. Very cool. So we have such a low bar of how well this competition works. You two, holy malarkey! Both of these cocktails, like on off rip. I'm like, yeah, that's on that. I just ordered something off a menu at Alexandria Restaurant Week where this comes paired with a beautiful dish. It's crazy how complex you two were able to put your drinks together.
That each of these is so reflective of our styles too.
Yeah.
If you put these two
talk to me a little
drinks
bit about it, yeah.
in front of like somebody who didn't know who made them but knew each of us, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Shannon's. That's really that's like."
Yeah.
I'm such a Scotch drinker, and I love the sweet and savory combos. Like I love Spirit Forward.
Yes,
I love
you do,
like
yes.
weird savory ingredients. Like I was just telling you, I made a mushroom honey. Like I love the touches of like peppercorn or like like stuff you wouldn't expect. Or I love the smoke, the leather that tobacco tastes. And Julieta, like that is her. Like she loves the layers. She loves the like kind of like refreshing like sweet and sour combo. Yeah, with like
a bit sweeter of a palate.
right. Well, but with like you love
That's
using
the-
stuff like cucumber. Like you love the vegetable elements. Like yeah.
That's the nicest way you've called our cruise ship bartender. That's very sweet. The sweet and sour, the fruit, the vegetables.
But
There's
it's like
no
a-
rum
I love
runner
you. I love you. I'm
inside.
getting
But it's an
yes.
elevated version of that.
Yes,
It's not
yeah.
cloying. It's like complex, and it's
For sure.
yeah.
Because we still want to have fun.
Yes.
We
Right.
still-
And that's who you are too.
Yeah.
You are that cocktail. That's your personality.
Oh, shucks.
You're complex, but you still want to have fun.
yes.
to highlight, how was playing with the figs and poppies for you when it came to your cocktail? How did you approach that?
So when I knew it was going to be figs and poppy, I knew we couldn't just go like a super serious route. Figs and poppy is fun in general, and that's why I'm so glad that it ended up being the one I picked.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense, and I think the fig and poppy is definitely one that you would want to add to something like this because it kind of brings in the nail of like where we are. Like, no, we're not at a beach; we're at a garden right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never would have thought figs and poppy would have gone along, but I think it's. I like these bitters, and I love bitters because they're strong enough to make a statement on so little.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good way of saying it.
I mean, there's no winners or losers here. The only losers, honestly, are you guys at home because you did not get to try this. You did not get to try the cocktail, but you can come into this bar all of the time and try any of these wild cocktails they have here on the program here. Talk to me a little bit more about the specific nights you guys do events because I want to highlight that and then transition here to our last segment.
Yeah. So Thursday and Saturday nights are our live music nights. And we have like all variety of stuff. It's I would say mostly local to like within an hour or two of here.
Okay.
Like local musicians coming out to play here. Occasionally we'll get someone on tour.
Some New Yorkers.
Yeah. But yeah, so and all kinds of genres too. We've had everything from bluegrass to metal in here. I would say majority of the time it's like tends towards rock, folk, country, bluegrass, but like all styles.
I saw you guys had like a Velociraptor head guy walking around here the other week.
Yes, yeah. So that was crazy. We recently had a show put on by the Crone and the Crow Band, but it wasn't just them. I mean, they headlined it, but they called it the Underworld Cabaret. And it was a whole theatrical experience. So they had a whole bunch of different performers. They had musicians. They had an escape artist clown. They had, the Crone and the Crow was the highlight band. Chris did a little comedy. Julieta did a little comedy.
Is it Chris did a little comedy?
Yeah. It was a little funny.
Nice.
But then there was like a theatrical kind of like play that ran throughout it too. Like there was a story. It was so cool.
They actually killed
Chris died.
Chris.
Yeah.
Blood packet. It was really funny.
And then he came back. He went outside, put on his zombie makeup, and came back and worked as a zombie bartender for the rest of the night. It was great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He buys in. He buys in. That's what he does.
Cool.
It's amazing.
So that's
really
an example of something we've done here. So that's Thursdays and Saturday nights. Friday nights, every Friday is our karaoke night. So anybody can get up there and sing their heart out.
I've done Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
If I can do it, you
always
can do it.
has really daring choices for karaoke.
If I can do Bohemian Rhapsody, you could do Get Jiggy with It. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What a pull.
Every Monday night is our open mic night, and that's probably my favorite night of the week. Like I was telling Isaac before we started filming, like there's such a community that's grown around open mic night. Like it's just fantastic. It's open to any performance art, so music, comedy, poetry, magic, like whatever. If you can perform it in 15 minutes, if you can perform it in 15 minutes and it's like legal and like not overtly offensive, you can do it here.
There's illegal music?
No, but as long as whatever you're doing on stage is not illegal.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I mean?
gotcha. Okay.
I'm sure that they don't want the F those blacks.
Right.
We hate them. You know what I mean?
Don't do anything overtly offensive or illegal on stage, and you're cool.
I can say that.
Well, I guess I will come then.
Any kind of performance art, really, we're open to. I will say it's like
this is my performance art. I'm racist. That's not what it. No, that's not performance. You were just racist, Carson.
it's probably like 70-30 or sometimes even 60-40 music comedy. I would say majority music, but there's been a growing comedy crowd that's been coming.
The comedy scene is getting there.
Yeah.
I would say to all my comics, if you do actually watch the show, check it out. I get calls about this room all the time where they're like, hey, I heard it's an open mic, but there's music. Like, should I go? I'm like, one, you've been to every open mic bar. You've been there where it's just open mic comics and other comics are sitting in the back on their notebook and they go, good joke. This crowd that they've built and cultivated here, they want to hear jokes. They want to laugh. The music is amazing, but it's a nice palate cleanser in between hearing Sargis do whatever he's doing that week. You know, it's a lot of fun. Do come check it out. If you're a comedian in this area, come hit the open mic. You guys also do comedy once a month? You guys have a show?
We do once a month. We have a comedy show. And just like to go back to open mic really fast, I have one more thing to say. Like I've been told by a lot of musicians and comedians that like we're a particular good listening room. Like, yes. And I've been to a lot of music open mics where like you just have to fight the crowd the whole time and you have to be louder than the crowd and nobody's really there to listen. They're like your background noise to them. And like here people, I mean, there's like bar chatter or whatever, like, but people are here to listen to the music and the comedy. Like they come here to see all the talent and it's a great listening room. But yeah, so once a month, usually the third or fourth Saturday-ish, but it's kind of been variable depending on people's schedules. We'll do a comedy showcase. The next one we have coming up is August 30th. Karan Singh, a.k.a. K-Squizzy, is headlining it. Yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then Sundays, we do like a rotating series of events. So the first Sunday of every month, we have something called Grown Up Show and Tell, which is like, it was just a crazy idea that like the staff like came up with together. Actually, I do think it was Chris Kemp's idea, my partner who is in charge of the kitchen. Shout out Chris Kemp. I think it was his initial idea, and then we all kind of like built it up into what it is. It's show and tell, but it's like a little bit of a competition and like add cocktails to it and like food and like, you know, fun. So every month we announce a theme. So we've actually recently decided that the audience will help us select a theme at the end of the night.
Very cool.
Like, so at the end of 1 month show and tell. The audience will help us pick the theme for the next one. So we decided, like, let's, for example, this month's theme is coincidence. So everybody's supposed to bring in an object for show and tell that has a story behind it that has to do with the theme of, like, this month it's coincidence. We've also done, we've done adventure, family, jealousy. We did that on Valentine's month. We did that around Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Okay.
We've done, what else did we do?
Like
Mistakes.
Yeah.
We did fear as a theme. So they're broad enough that everybody has a story about that theme, but specific enough that it gets the ideas flowing. So you bring in your object, you tell I think we say 5 to 10 minute story about it. And then every time we do it, we pick 3 random audience judges who are just there to watch the show. They didn't bring an object themselves. And we give them a score sheet, and they give everybody a score 1 through 10 on their storytelling ability and the relevance to the theme. Did they stick to the theme that we said? And then the winner gets a silly prize that usually Chris finds at the thrift store.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or something he's getting rid of from his house. But they're always really fun. One time it was one of those giant...
One time you give me a dog, and I was like,
Right.
oh, man, I don't need this. What
One
are we
time
doing?
it was one of those giant piano mats that you can step on and
Oh,
play.
very cool.
And,
Okay.
One time it was this animatronic dinosaur toy, and it's fun stuff.
Yeah, he gifted us a giant beer sign that I still have in the basement.
Yes.
He's right outside. He didn't want to be rude.
Oh.
tell
I
me
saw
about
him.
that, yeah.
I saw him walking by, looking.
So we do that the first Monday, or the first Sunday of every month. Second and fourth Sundays are trivia nights. And then it had been the third Sunday. We took a couple months off for the summer, but we're going to get it back rolling again. Julieta actually reads tarot. So we've been having a tarot night.
Oh, that's one of my favorite
other people, yeah.
potato plants.
Yes, no, that's
right,
taro. But yeah, and you can come. It's pretty casual. You come get your cocktail. You put your name on the list, and then when it's your turn, you can either go to her or she'll just come and bring her cards to your table and read
It's
your
pretty
tarot
fun.
while you're having drinks and food.
Especially if you don't believe in coincidences and you just think fate is fate and the cards are going to fall how they fall, then yeah, man, come get your tarot read by me. I'll come do it right in front of your cocktail. Right in front of your salad.
Very fucking cool, guys. I've talked about it before. The first headline show I've ever got to do, they gave me the opportunity to do it here, was an absolute blast. I love this bar for obvious reasons. That one, and then obviously reasons every time. It doesn't make sense. It confounds people when I tell them I'm going out to Front Royal to go hit this bar real quick, and they're like, what do you mean real quick? That's an hour and 24 minutes of a drive, Isaac. I was like, no, it's an hour and 45 because I got to go get Nick first. You don't understand. We're coming out here. This is when you say a hole in the wall, if that wall is full of just amazingness and you found even more deeper past that, it's crazy what you've been able to build here in almost going on 2 years.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years this winter.
Yeah, it's mind-numbing to me. And how did you guys wind up getting onto the cocktail games, the Virginia? How did you get on their radar? How did that happen?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, last year, if I may brag a little bit, my cocktail actually took me to the finals, and I went to Richmond. And
Shoot your shit, King. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Victory Coupe made it to the finals. I went to Richmond. However, due to natural nervousness, it was my first time in front of formal judges, and Henry Hill, who won, I didn't win. So this year, I applied again, and both me and Shenan got in. And even though we're just going to keep getting in until one day that Virginia Bartender of the Year is ours. It's pride.
But go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, they do it every year.
Yeah.
So
well, this is the second year they've done it. So last year was the first year. And we found out about it last year just because they put a flyer in my ABC pickup when I went to do our liquor pickup. So and now I get emails about it and stuff. But so Julieta was the Northern Virginia champ in the first year. And it was a really cool event last year, and will be again this year.
This year it is our friend Dan James who got in. Congrats, Dan. James, please make it to the final. Please win all the way so that next year I can come take your spot, brother.
Right, because the winner's out of the
Respectfully,
competition
yes.
for the next year. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, very cool.
And I'm happy to see it. Love it.
Of course, yeah. It's one of those, like, if you're gonna lose, you want to lose to someone
Right.
that you're like, okay, I know and respect.
Yeah.
He's from Vault and Cellar in Middletown, which is another great cocktail restaurant.
We're friends with them.
Yeah. So Carrie Rushing, who owns that, is a friend of mine. We actually worked next door to this building together when I first moved to Virginia. She was the head chef there. I took a serving job while we were opening the Pancake Underground, and we became friends while working together there. And she opened up Vault and Cellar at the same time we opened up the Pancake Underground, so we went on to, like, our restaurant journey together. And what she does over there is fantastic too. But their focus is on bourbon, so they have like over 300 bourbons there. So
Jesus.
yeah, really cool and really like
they are 300 bourbons.
amazing Appalachian-inspired food.
Yeah.
So check them out too.
Check them out. Guys, we're going to go to part 2 here. We haven't done this in a while, but we're having a very fun, very cool episode. Wanted to break up in 2 parts. Part 2, we're going to play Bar Enemy, Bar Friend. We'll check you guys out then. If not, we'll see you whenever. I fucking love you guys. Keep it cool. What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
from bad Yelp reviews
To heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop.
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I hang out from that podcast. Bargoyles podcast. Yeah.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles?